Hello! So my album comes out in 14 days, and I want to do a music video for the first song on the album, Bad Bitch. If you've been on TikTok or Instagram at all, I'm sure you've seen me teasing it.
I'm a bad bitch, a very bad bitch. B-A-D, that's me, that bitch.
I wrote the song after Yes Mom came out. Okay, so when I wrote Yes Mom, I had been on a stretch of writing sad breakup songs, and I felt that morning like, enough sad songs. I want to write a song about how amazing I am. And I came in, we wrote Yes Mom, felt so good to write something, just to change how I was talking about myself. Always saying something like sad or negative, and really had this narrative of like loneliness. And to write a song that's like, bitch, I can never be alone because I'm always with me, which is like, I don't say that explicitly, but I don't know. I love that lyric in the bridge of, God, it's such a treat just getting to be me, spending all my time on what I want, looking in the mirror. I'm so glad I'm here. Anyway, a year and a half passes. Yes Mom comes out and it slays. It's a moment on TikTok. Everyone loves it. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize how good it felt to write about feeling so good. And then I wrote Bad Bitch. And Bad Bitch is like a lot about me kind of reflecting on my experience in the music industry. Y'all know. Before Bad Ideas, I was playing house shows, which I loved, but I would go to meetings with potential managers, and I've told this story on TikTok, but I remember one meeting where they were like, so what size venues do you want to be playing? And I was like, arenas. And they were like, okay, but realistically. I was just like, okay. And feeling like I could take that really personally, or I could just be like, yeah, you don't have the vision to see what I can become. I'm just at the beginning of my journey. I know how hard I can work, but you don't know yet, so that's fine. But with Bad Bitch, I'm like, yeah, 100 million streams, wrote it in a day, said I couldn't do it, did it anyway. And now you're trying to sign me, labels wine and dine me, keep your money, Satan, get behind me. I love that lyric. Anyway, I know the talking yourself up thing isn't for everyone, and let me assure you, there are a lot of sad breakup songs on this record. But I want to come through the door talking about believing in myself and how good I feel, because the truth is I do feel so good. And I want to make a music video that reflects that. And I would love to do it fan-powered with your help. Here's my vision. I'm sure you've seen that meme that talks about how a man paints a painting of a beautiful woman, places a mirror in her hand, and calls it vanity. And thinking about how, culturally it's like, yes, of course, how culturally it's like we can encourage men to consume the beauty of women. But when a woman looks in the mirror and enjoys herself, then it's vanity. It's not good. And how with Yes Mom, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm thinking, yes, I'm glad I'm here. And bitch, I look good. So I wanted to open the music video with statues in a museum. And these statues come to life and they look in the mirror and they think, oh my gosh, I'm so beautiful. And that's one scene I want to do. Another scene I want to do is that I'm at a business meeting across the table from a label executive, and he offers me a predatory contract, and I'm like, Okay, another story time. One time I was at a meeting with a label and I'm like, okay, so just purely innocently, I'm just asking this as I have not been with a label yet. This was early on. I'm like, what does a label do? And they're like, well, it's a really hard question to answer. And I was like, I don't know if it should be though. You're asking for a lot to be unsure about what you're giving. From the future as I'm editing this. Just for clarity, I'm talking about a major label bad deal. I like my label, so. Bleh. Anyway, so in this scene, it's I'm label exec slides me a contract, and I'm like, I would fucking never. And then I crawl on the table, and we do a dance. I also want choreography to be a part of it. And then for the third scene, I want to be in a throne room, and we're just bad bitches dancing. Anyway, that's my vision. I have this, I want to call it an animatic, which is, if I'm wrong about this, please give me some grace. But I think an animatic is what they do in animation, where they do really rough sketches of what they want to see on scene. And I'm sure there's a word for it when they use visuals and not animation, but I don't know that word. Anyway, I filmed a little video that is the idea of what I want.
I used to be such a little bitch about everything. But now I'm on that brave shit. Look at me, I made it.
And that'll be the first thing that you see if you decide to opt for the producer pass. Again, no worries if you're too much for me, can't. But for the price of less than a sweatshirt at your favorite artist show, you can make this dream come true. Also, you get behind the scene access as we like build it. I want to work with my dear friend, icon, Athena, who's done many of my costumes. If you've seen me on tour in the last year, Athena made it. They also did the costumes for My God, the Space Nuns, and we've already talked a little bit about our ideas for what we want it to look like. I'll show you one sketch here. Here's the statue sketch. I also want to work with Kayla, iconic, my favorite choreographer to work with because they're so encouraging, supportive, and always willing to find a move that works. I want this music video to feel more creaturey because I'm quite creaturey. And lastly, I want to work with two new directors to me, Marita and Marielle. I've had a few like pre-meetings with them. I just feel very excited about it. I feel like they really understand what the video wants to be. I feel like I've skipped, I said like one thing you get and then I just launched into a bunch of other stuff. What else? You get behind the scenes along the way. I'm gonna do a like live Q&A, I think with Athena, to be like, here's what, just to take questions on what the experience is of being a designer and putting together the visual story that we're telling with the costumes. Oh, and I'm going to wear a crown at one point, and we're going to do like a raffle to give that crown to one person. Is there something else? Oh, of course! You get to download Bad Bitch right now. You don't even have to wait those 14 days, you get it immediately. Anyway, that's my pitch. If I could get 1,000 people to support it, I think that would cover the cost of it. Or it'd be very close, so. Hello, me from the future again. I forgot to say that you have till end of day, July 5th, if you want to do it. But also no worries if not. Bye. Anyway, I'm very excited to be back. I'm excited for my, whoa, okay. I'm excited for the album. I can't wait for you to hear it. And thank you for being a fan, even if you are not going to participate in this way. Okay, that's all. Bye.